niece who's gonna do the eulogy first. Danny.
All right, Danny, why don't, when they have... Oh, yeah, we can hear them. Yes, good. Just speak loudly.
We cannot hear you.
You must speak really loudly.
This video dropped.
Uh,
The connection dropped.
all right.
Maybe I'll start with mine.
All right. Why do, you know, until the video connection comes back, why don't we start with Marcy and then we'll go to the people online.
There is a tango song that my dad and I love to sing. It's actually a song, not a tango. But the song starts with these words. He's a good man, my old man. Es un buen tipo, mi viejo. And he was, my dad Toto, as he was known to all who loved him in Mexico and Argentina, and Savi to all who loved him here in the United States, was a good man and more. My dad was a person who adapted to any situation he ever experienced. He was born to a Belarusian family who escaped the Jewish atrocities in Eastern Europe. He grew up in a small ghetto in Argentina. During his childhood, he experienced famine and terrible physical and emotional abuse from relatives and from being in the Argentinian army. He experienced poverty to the extreme, but was always resilient and adaptable. He met my mom and fell in love at first sight. At his best friend's party, the Giudice family, he would talk about, as if it happened yesterday, how he saw that amazing woman in a red dress. He was very shy and got the courage to ask her to walk her home, offer her to fix a broken radio, and the rest was history. My mom was a resilient Holocaust survivor who helped my dad by great power of encouragement to finish high school and then to graduate as an engineer in electronics. My dad was a whiz in his industry, and everybody always respected him. But in addition to his mastery in electronics, he loved arts and culture. He was a violin musician in classical music until he broke his wrist at a very young age. He loved paintings and he loved arts and culture, spoke 8 languages, and loved to sing tangos and opera. Dad loved to travel, so he was very lucky to experience a job that gave him the possibility to travel and see the world. When he was home with us, we got to have great picnics together, school fun activities, barbecues that we call asados argentinos, play board games with their friends, and he had the ability to always help by providing fun at my brother's and my birthday parties. Because of all his traveling, he saw me grow up through the eyes of my mom, and perhaps we did not have as much time together as we could have. But I thank God, I thank the universe, Baruch Hashem, that later in life I was blessed by having the chance to share my life with him, by having the opportunity to get to know each other deeply, and by having the joy of creating so many new loving memories with him for the past 8 years while he was living with me in New Jersey. Since my mom died, Dad moved to live with me. Even after his legs would not respond anymore, he was still independent and active, and until the end, by the wonderful care of our beautiful friend, Dr. Ann Gomes, always striving to enjoy life in spite of his physical limitations. Unfortunately, he had to move to a nursing home after experiencing multiple falls, but that didn't stop him from creating a new life for himself, where he started to provide lectures to residents about culture. They even call him professor. Also in his later years, he embraced the Jewish faith and engage members of a center that is predominantly Christian to teach them Jewish family values and traditions. He created a Hanukkah party, a Purim celebration, and shared with his friends the rich cultural heritage that he had latent during his youth. He also provided lectures about anthropology, mythology, arts, archaeology, history, and many other interesting subject matters. I never knew how many tangos he knew, but there were a lot. He always surprised me with new ones. What a studious person he was, and how generous he was in wanting to share his knowledge with others. He moved from Argentina to Mexico in 1970 to give us all a better life. Then in the 90s, he moved to Buffalo, New York, returned to Argentina at the end of the 90s, and in the year 2000, moved to Florida until 2011, when my mom got very ill. And again, thanks to our wonderful friend, Anna, Dr. Gomes, help us have my mom have a end-of-day journey in a respectful way. While in Florida, he was a member of the Jewish Reform Congregation and created an Yiddish Winkel, which means Jewish corner, teaching members of the synagogue how to speak Yiddish. Here at the Jewish Community Center in Flemington, Rabbi Eric Cohen has been very generous in including him in services and have spiritual leadership to help him cope with all the losses and the sadness of being dispersed all over the world. He left us with many projects in the works, perfecting a game to teach languages using bingo techniques, writing his life story, a dictionary about medicines and how it's the best use of drugs, lectures to be provided to the residents, and a book called The History of the Jews. My dad was a tzedek, which means in Hebrew, a righteous person. He had the right conversation and support to give to each person he was with. He had an incredible ability to engage in all types of subject matters and a mischievous sense of humor that everybody loved. He helped me come to terms in accepting my sensitivity and taught me to smile when I disagree with something or someone and just let it go. He loved coming to hear me sing in the two choirs I belonged to and enjoyed visiting family and friends and adored the visits from Mario and the rest of the family, my cousins who were all the time also very supportive. His grandchildren were his adoration, and he would stop everything and anything for them. He was a family man that enjoyed the family celebrations together, Thanksgiving, birthdays, Passovers. He loved to be united with loved ones. I'm so sad to see my dad gone. He left a legacy in so many places. He put his values in the right place and inspired me till the end. I only wish I could have done a bit more for him. There is always room for improvement, like my brother says. And that left me with the spirit to keep working in being the best I can possibly be. Thank you, Papi, for a great journey and for being my father. I'm a person that believes in God, and I don't believe in a Jewish or a Christian or a Muslim God. I believe in God. And I know, Papi, that you're okay and that and someday we'll get reunited again and that your spirit will inspire us for a great journey that for us who remain here. Thank you very much.
Marcy, that was beautiful. Thank you. That was a beautiful tribute. Deep breath. Good.